Right, good evening and welcome back to the fourth edition of this series of videos that we're doing. Up the side of me now I've got Morris and Sherry, who's a good lady out the corner there, talking to us from Deadbeat Dads Association, and further, and I have to say further, corruption and collusion within government involving the CSA. It's a speciality of Morris's, so he's got more information, more idea about this subject than what I've got. But I mean, just on the start of this, you've seen how interesting the information was from Roy Jenkins, Get the Snouts Out the Trough Party, and information that he's come out with. Morris is equally, I would say, as excited about this situation of uncovering the crap that we've found out about as much as anybody. Morris, what can you tell us today? I know we had the meeting about 4 or 5 weeks ago. There's been some big changes and big things going on since then that you've learned, and we need to start bringing this to an end, don't we?
Yeah, we do. I mean, so this thing about reducing child poverty by 2010 is an absolute scam. We've now uncovered a lot of colluding and corruption going on within the courts. So we've mentioned on our website that the Secretary of State, i.e. the Child Victims Enforcement Commissioner, now sending out letters saying we will get liability orders granted. We are going to send you to prison. We are going to remove your driving license. We've been advising members. I mean, January it's just been. We've just got a massive emails coming in from fathers wanting advice what to do when they go into court. Now, when we give them advice what to do when they go into court, say like, well, you want to see the evidence that you owe the money. You want to see evidence that you are the liable person. And when they're actually going in there, the Child Victims Enforcement Commissioner, the Secretary of State, are going in and saying you have to grant this liability order, and we need to have it granted today because this person owes, it could be 13,000. Some files being hit by £65,000 over arrears, which the Secretary of State can't justify come from. And the judges are turning on and saying that, well, we are going to grant the liability order because it's the Secretary of State. Now, when the file's going in and saying, right, well, can I put my evidence across, the magistrates are refusing to allow them to do that. Now, actually, you know as well as I do, and all the other people out there, your constitutional rights are you're innocent until proven guilty. So, by the magistrates saying, yes, we've got the liability order, the magistrates are perverting the course of justice. What they're now doing is they're plowing the fathers into poverty. So then it has a knock-on effect where the father is now, he's having 40% of his wages taken, he's got a liability order against him, so now they bring in the bailiffs into it. Now we've actually exposed marshal bailiffs as being corrupt as well. They're sending out letters stating they have the power to do this, they have the power to do that, but they're also putting on, if you don't pay this money, you will have your driving license removed, you'll have a CCJ put against you, or committed to proceedings set against you, or all three. It is not up to marshal bailiffs to do that. That is up to the magistrate to decide. All the bailiffs are there to do is collect the money, not become the magistrate.
But I think we've spoken about this before, and a lot of these companies now, in the private sector and in government, are common purpose graduates, aren't they?
Yeah.
And I mean, this is where, I've heard a few stories over the last month of the ickiness with the Information Commissioner. I mean, would you really trust the Information Commissioner with what we know about the government and his dealings? If you look at the common purpose aspect and the graduates, how underhanded they are, and Julia Middleton's statement, lead beyond authority. That's exactly what the CSA is about, and what's happening. So, what experience have you got with that?
Right. Well, experience we had one case short after we did the last video with you, Martin. We went up to a court in Scotland, and we were confronted by a court representative. It was a solicitor acting on behalf of the CSA, and she was trying to bring new laws in onto this gentleman who was actually under CSA 2. And we're just literally tired of it knots because she was trying to say, right, we're going to remove his driving license and we're going to remove his passport. We can't do that, right? Because at the end of the day, right, he's under CSA 2. He's not under the new CMEC. So if you're going to remove his driving license, what are we doing here? Because at the end of the day, removing driving license or well, not removing revoking driving license or revoking passport can now be done in house. So what we're doing here. So either is he on the new one or is he on the old one, and she just hadn't a clue.
It seems as though the staff aren't trained to a level to know what they're talking about.
No, it's not a case of that. It's a case of they are trained, they know what they're doing, they are preying on the father's ignorance, and that's why we say to fathers, come on to Deadbeat Dad Associate, we will put you in the picture, we will tell you when you do go into court, right, don't feel intimidated by the magistrates. The magistrates, as we know, 9 times out of 10 are Freemasons, right? They are there, they are perverting the course of justice because by you not being allowed to give your evidence across, right, it's perverting the course of justice.
Right? It's back to what we've already said with the Fabian Society, the government being involved, majority of the Labour MPs being involved, the documents that we've got and what I've sent out to you suggesting that the 200 people that voted Browning, I would suggest they're for a common purpose, for the Fabian Society, and it's stitched up like a kipper.
Well, yeah, I mean, you get where these fathers are now, I said, I'll go back to what I said before, 40% of your wages, then you get a liability order, right? So now you can't afford to pay your mortgage, so it has a knock-on effect. You can't pay your mortgage, so you're in court again for a repossession order. Speaking to experience, I've had this. I was held up in court to have my house repossessed. Again, I experienced corruption, collusion. I then started to ask questions about that judge because, again, no evidence was given by GMAC, and I might add. They passed my details on to a third-party agent, didn't inform me, so the police was there to protect my straight away, and this repossession order was granted. I then started to push. I started to ask questions about that judge. Bolton County Court, and now trying to go underground. They refuse to answer the questions, so it's been looked into. But all they keep getting back is, if you're not happy, complain to this department here. The same when you have complaints about the CSA. I push them right to the limits. And all they keep saying to me is, go to the Information Commissioner. But you say the Information Commissioner is also corrupt.
It's corrupt. Yeah. It's corrupt.
So, I'm sorry, but why do I need to go to the Information Commissioner when I actually know the law? I point out to them the laws that they've actually broken, but they won't answer me. Right? They're just looking as sort of like a get out for it, and they can't do it. I've requested information in the Freedom Information Act, and they won't give it to me. All I keep saying is, go to the Information Commissioner. Don't need to. I know the laws. I know which laws you've broken. I've pointed out on my website. We put the phone calls on there. I've even proven that the very first case officer who dealt with me was Elisa Erskine from the Accrington branch, contacted me, and the actual recording I've got from the DWP Data Protection Unit did not correspond with what she actually put in her phone call log. And when I actually got a copy of the phone call log, it states that I became non-compliant, and I said I forbid you to go to my employer. When I actually listened to the disc supplied by the CSA, there's no such thing said on that disc. Why would she do that? So again, misconduct of public office, but it's all been trying to be covered up.
So I was going to say, I was fortunate enough to spend the time and listen to the 2 tape recordings regarding the corrupt liability orders, and the young lady that was working for the CSA, I think it was Mary Hill.
Yeah,
and
Rachel Smith, yes.
Oh, was it Rachel Smith?
Yes,
that's right. I couldn't believe, the way that she handled the case and the way, she was talking to you, because, I mean, at the end of the day, it's blatant corruption.
Yes.
You can see the corruption. And the question is, do you really think the public are that stupid that they'll take this crap on board that you're coming out with? And, we've got to get to a point here, surely, whereby we've got to look at the people above them. The managers are to blame at the end of the day, because that corruption is just handed down and they're told what to say, told what to do, told how to act. So what's your point of view on that?
Well, like I say, why do it? Why try and say we're reducing child poverty by 2010, but on the other hand, you're driving the guy into poverty and he can't afford to live.
Yeah.
So
it's all part of the New World Order, isn't it?
Yeah.
We've spoke about this before.
Yeah.
The corruption in government is right, and it's going to continue to be until we do something about it.
Yeah.
But we're coming to the close of part 4 of the video. I'm going to be with Morris in just a second, carrying on with the video. Keep your eyes peeled.